So if you guys don't know who Tana is or Vidcon, I'm gonna explain that in a second. But let me just first off say that I appreciate when people bring the truth, the light out, because it helps us know stuff we don't understand. It's good to talk about this kind of stuff just so that way your fans and people that aren't really necessarily involved in that kind of stuff like knows what you're dealing with and knows like the territory, knows what it comes with. That's my main issue with what's gonna happen in this video. I wanna like point out some things to you guys and explain some things to you guys that she's talking about. We're gonna see in this video, blaming Vidcon for what happened to her is just not right. But anyway, so let me explain what Vidcon is and who Tana is. So Tana is a story time like YouTuber. That's what she like started out as. I don't know what she does now. I don't really watch her content, but but she started out as that and she became really, really big, really, really fast. Vidcon is a place for creators to meet their fans, right? For people who do YouTube or Vine, they live stream or whatever. And even though Vidcon is a place for creators to meet their fans, it's supposed to be an organized event. I see videos of people who have like a somewhat of a decent following going to VidCon being like, I got kicked out of VidCon because I want to meet my fans. That's what this is for. Here's some clips of that.
Right, you gotta go there. So what, we're getting kicked out now?
Yeah, we're getting kicked out. Go out there again.
Yo, where's Fuck. Bro, we got kicked out because Rice is too poppin'. Fuck VidCon, dude. Not allowed back in VidCon.
Not allowed back in?
Rogue, what happened?
Dude, I got attacked.
We incited a riot. It really is not our fault. Yeah.
Okay guys, so here's what happened. Here's the lowdown of what just happened. Apparently we've been banned from VidCon. Guys, you know, I've never been to VidCon. I really know what VidCon is, video convention, but it was my understanding from an outsider looking in that it was to meet the fans. So that's why I came, you know, to meet all of you guys, to have a good time, to take pictures, to sign autographs, and then we get kicked out and banned for like inciting a riot essentially, for an event that is for the fans to meet the creators. So I'm a little confused. I'm gonna cool down a little bit before I talk to you.
So that doesn't make sense because they're not a part of VidCon. It's like Miley Cyrus going to a random fucking movie screening of like X-Men or something and expecting to be treated like she belongs there. It's like, no, this is an organized event. Like you can't just come here and like cause a scene. To expect VidCon to be okay with like a bunch of people just like meeting there. And this isn't about Tana. This is just anyone who's like, oh, like that's what VidCon's for. It's like, no, it's not. Like it is, but it's not. Like it's an organized event, you guys. All right. Let's get started with Tana's video.
Today's video is going to be why I will not be attending VidCon 2018 / why I don't fuck with VidCon. That's a heavy statement, and I definitely think that when I say that, I need to back myself up and I need to explain why. I did not have the best family life, shocker. I didn't like school, shocker. So my #1 outlet for anything to make me happy growing up was always YouTube. Growing up your whole life, seeing all of your friends have a purpose and know exactly what they want to do with their lives and it be so traditional and not feel that way and not have that purpose, and the first thing ever in my entire life to show me that I might have a purpose was YouTube and the thought of making YouTube videos. And when I remember growing up being so in love with these creators like Shane Dawson and Jenna Marbles and stuff like that, and every year, like year after year after year, and I would save up my money and try to be able to afford this VidCon ticket to go meet Shane Dawson or Jenna Marbles. Or I didn't grow up with a lot of money and I would never be able to afford the VidCon ticket, and I would make internet friends and stuff like that and they would get to go, or I would like see rich kids at my school get to go meet their favorite YouTubers or whatever, and that was just never me, and it always broke my heart. But I was always so in love with the idea of VidCon. It's like, since I never got to go as a fan, even though I wanted to so bad, but I could never do it. And so VidCon was always this like fantasy land that I would look at so far away and wish I could go to so bad, and just never could afford it and never got to make it.
So I already know this is gonna suck because like she's a super fan of VidCon and she absolutely loves like the idea of it all, which it is pretty cool. Like it's cool that you get to go somewhere and like meet like your fans and meet people that like are doing the same shit you are. Like that's the main reason I went to VidCon. I've been there a few times. I've been there 3 years in a row. And so the years that she's gone, I've gone. The reason I go there is because like I'm a broadcaster. I just started YouTube right now, but I'm a broadcaster and I know a lot of people online. I know some Viners and I know some YouTubers and stuff. And everyone from all around the world flies to VidCon, you know what I mean? So this is the one time that I get to see everybody, and so this is like a place for me. This is a place to go and like meet them, like go to parties with them, hang out with them, and we're all in one place for one reason. That's pretty much like anyone who's on my side of it, like VidCon, my experience is that. What she's trying to experience is what I always experience, is like going there, meeting people, but her as a content creator, her experience is not going to be the same. She can't like be walking around, she can't be doing that. She's going to panels and like doing meet and greets, like that's it. But for me, it's completely different. It's me meeting like all my friends I made online from broadcasting and from Vine and YouTube and whatever. And so, yeah, keep going.
VidCon is telling my manager every single day, like, don't worry, we're gonna make her a featured creator. There's a super high demand for her. We see all the tweets. We know she's really excited. We're excited to have her. When I'm tweeting, like, I'm going to VidCon, they said I can be a featured creator. I'm so excited to meet you guys. And the lineup gets dropped, and I'm not on it, and I'm not a featured creator. But I'd still never been to a VidCon, and I'm still looking at it with the mindset of, like, who fucking cares? VidCon is all about content creators meeting their fans. So who cares if I'm a featured creator and I'll just show up, I'll meet my fans, they're gonna be there. Who cares? But I'm finessing my way through this. Hi, I'm Professor Finesser. Nice to meet you. I don't need a motherfucking pass. I'll just finesse. I show up to the hotel, and immediately upon walking in the lobby, like 400 or 500 people in the lobby, and I instantly start to get really extremely mobbed. People are asking for photos, they're asking for signatures. But this is my first giant experience of showing up to a VidCon. You literally feel like Justin Bieber because everyone there watches you. To put it very shortly, I am in heaven. I am in euphoria. This is all I've ever wanted. But I'm getting a little taste of what VidCon's like. So about 20 minutes into the lobby, security comes out, they grab me by my arm and they pull us into this room and they're like, listen, this is a safety hazard, you can't do this. And so then they were like, that was a pretty big mob, are you a featured creator? Like, we can walk you through the featured creator hallway. Obviously, if I'm causing a mob like this and I need to walk through the featured creator hallways and stuff like that, you'll just give me a featured creator pass. The security and the person with VidCon, he's like, oh no, sweetie, if you're not a featured creator, you can either go up to one of your friends' rooms or something like that, or you can basically get the fuck off the premises. That's when I for the first time was like, that makes no sense. If I'm getting mobbed by hundreds of people that are at your event, why wouldn't you just give me a stupid little plastic badge that says featured creator so that I can walk through some special hallways and make things a lot safer for everyone? And they're like, well, that's not how it works. Like, maybe next year, like.
That isn't how it works. There's different types of passes for VidCon. There's a community pass, which is for like all the fans. It's like the cheapest one. I think it's like $100 or something. There's the second tier, which is like $200, and that's a creator pass. The third pass is industry, and that one's like $600. And so if you don't have a pass, you can't get into VidCon. And you can't get mad at VidCon for wanting to kick you out because you don't have a pass. Like, in this video, she doesn't talk about if she has a pass or not. Through a little investigating, I found out that she had a basic creator pass. She never explained, so the whole time I was watching this video, I was like, did she even have a pass? Did she just walk around VidCon being like, I'm Tana Mojo. You don't know who I am? Like, I'm just gonna walk through VidCon without a pass and expect them to be okay because I'm supposed to be here.
I don't need a motherfucking pass.
The fuck? No, you need to have a pass. Buy a fucking pass.
We leave the room, we walk into VidCon, and the second that we walk into VidCon, obviously, people start rushing toward all of us. VidCon security and some of the heads of VidCon come over, they pull us all aside, they look at everyone else, and they're like, oh, you guys are all featured creators? Okay, well, just, if you guys could just go into the featured creator lounge, even though we're in this giant convention center that's literally meant for this.
It is not meant for that. What is she talking about? It's literally meant for us to be standing there getting mobbed. Like, that's what this fucking thing's like. No, it's not.
And so they let all of my friends go into this featured creator lounge, and I go to walk with them, and the heads of VidCon and security look at me and they're like, what did we tell you an hour ago? You're not a featured creator. You literally need to get the fuck out. And I'm like, this arises my original question from earlier. All of those people I was just with were getting mobbed and everyone was freaking out. And because they all have this little badge, let them go into the featured creator lounge and everything's fine. They get to meet their fans. They get to maneuver the safe way. They get to have meet and greets set up from you guys, from all of their fans that are here that want to meet them. And you're basically telling me, hey Tana, hundreds and hundreds of people are here to meet you, but we didn't think you were good enough, so we didn't give you this badge. You can't have a meet and greet here. We don't care if your fans are upset. We don't care if you're upset. Maybe next year you'll be a featured creator. There's nothing we can do about it. And so I'm like, so what do you want me to do? And they're like, get the fuck off the premises, go back to your hotel.
Exactly, bitch. This is what I'm talking about. This is bad managing. If she has a problem with VidCon treating her like that, she needs to get a new manager who's gonna make sure she gets that fucking pass. I don't know what your manager's fucking doing, but you need to get a new manager because we're gonna get into that later. Like, literally, like, get a new manager because clearly that's the issue. Like, it's not VidCon at all. Like, VidCon's, the security's playing by the rules. Like, yeah. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you can't get the pass, don't go. I know it means a lot to you, and I know you really want to be there, but if you can't get the pass, don't go. If I can't afford a VidCon pass, I'm not going to just show up there privileged as fuck, being like, I don't have a pass, but like, I want to be here though. They didn't give her a pass, but they signed her up to do all this shit. Well, what she needs to do is say, hey, you signed me up for all this shit. I need a pass. If I don't have a pass, I'm not going. That's it. And then you need to like be strong and be like, yo, that sucks for my fans, but I'm not trying to put myself through this. The fuck? So I'm not trying to victim shame, but victim shame, bitch. This is a learning experience for you. Hopefully next year it's a little bit different. So let's go to next year.
March/April rolls around. I get the amazing opportunity to be in Joey Graceffa's Escape the Night, a YouTube Red series. After Escape the Night wraps and all of the billboards go live, we also find out that Escape the Night will be premiering for the very, very first time at VidCon. And so that means that they're going to be putting the Escape the Night banner across this entire building. So that means Joey Graceffa's face, giant, hundreds of feet tall. The Gabby Show, that means Liza, that means Jesse, that means Tyler Oakley, that means Lord DIY, Alex Wasabi. Across the entire outside of the convention center, I find out that my face, along with everyone else on Escape the Night, is going to be plastered across that building. That by this story, you see where this is going. For the second year in a row, VidCon decided that they were not going to make me a featured creator. But of course, I had just spent the last 6 months being told by VidCon that this event was going to be themed around 10 people, and one of them was going to be me. That I would be doing so many things every day of VidCon, for their company, as a featured creator. And so immediately we call VidCon so angry, saying, hey, if you're gonna plaster my face all over this event, and you're gonna give every single other person in the Escape the Night show a featured creator pass, if you're going to sell hundreds and hundreds of tickets to watch a premiere of a show that I'm in to people, why can't you give me a stupid fucking plastic badge so that this year isn't hell like last year's hell that you put me through? If you're gonna make me go through all of these escape rooms and meet and greets and press packages and photo shoots for your event that is themed around a show I was in, and you're gonna sell me to the public like this. You're gonna say, come meet Tana Mojo. Come do this escape room with Tana Mojo. If you wanna meet Tana Mojo, buy a $400 motherfucking ticket to our event. But you can't even make me a featured creator. You're gonna promise me for an entire year that I can be a featured creator, and then you're not gonna do it? You're gonna make thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars on this event. And it would be one thing if it was just completely normal, regular VidCon like last year. That's still fucking annoying because you let me tweet and promote so that my fans would buy tickets to meet me. But on top of that, my face is all over your convention hall. Not even just it's across the building. You have hundreds of spots for featured creators. You can't let me hit me. Myself in the nose. With a toothbrush.
Yeah, if these people are like saying, promising you all this shit and being like, hey, like you're gonna be in Escape the Night, blah, 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 your management should be like, bitch, we need a pass. If they can't get a pass, then don't go. All these Tana Mojo, like do Escape the Night with Tana Mojo, they're gonna take that hit. That's not your fault. You need a fucking pass, bitch. Do I need to be your manager? Do I need to be the one making all the calls for you? Because I will. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know what the fuck is happening. So I blame it on your manager. And then she says this.
And of course, even though I'm not a featured creator, I can't not go now. I've been promoting this to my fans for the last 6 months. I'm required to speak at this panel. I'm required to do this meet and greet. I'm required to walk through this escape room. I'm required to do all this stuff for this show that I just spent the last months filming. My fucking face is on the building that this event is held in. I can't not go now. And
where's your manager? Like, your manager's probably making money off of you, and it's just like, you fuck that bitch Tana. Like, shit, I'm making a lot of money. Because you're promoting this thing that you don't even have a pass for. Like, I wouldn't be promoting not a damn fucking shit if I don't have a fucking pass in my hand. If my manager doesn't have the pass in their hand, I'm not promoting shit until my name is on that featured fucking list. And I keep trying to remember that you're this young ass chick. Like, you don't fucking know. Like, your manager is fucking you over. This is a learning experience for you. I feel so bad that she had to go through this, but fuck, your management fucking sucks. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep saying that because fuck.
so of course, VidCon didn't give me a hotel again this year, even though they gave all of their featured creators a hotel. Think about how crazy that is.
Well, you're not a featured creator. You're not a featured creator. So of course you're not gonna get a fucking hotel where you're not a featured creator. It sucks. Like if that was me, first of all, I wouldn't be in this situation because like if that was my face on that building, I would have every fucking thing. I would have every fucking thing.
Who can relate? Woo!
I don't know, that fucking sucks. Your face is on the side of this building for this convention that's meant for like creators meeting their fucking fans and you ain't getting shit. Damn, don't be mad at VidCon, shit. And let me say this too. She's talking about how like she can't get this, she can't get that. She's Tana Mojo, like she's the featured artist. She's the one on the side of the building, blah, 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 blah. But let me tell you this, me being Josie fucking 14, Team Josie 14, a piece of shit who gets no views on YouTube, who gets like very little views on like my live streams anymore. Like me, little old Josie, I went to the Studio 71 parties. I got in no problem. I got into the back access pass. I got to the 3rd floor. I got to the like secret little meet and greets. I got to like the back tunnels where people walk through and like you get to see all the like content, the featured content creators walking through with you and shit like that. Like I was able to do that. I had a couple friends of mine who had all access passes. Good management, they were just broadcasters, okay? They all had these, I had a bunch of friends with like a bunch of different types of passes, right? So I had a few friends that had the full access and even some YouTubers with full access. And so they were able to take me through the little tunnels with them, even though I only had a creator pass, because when we went to security, they're like, oh, you can't go through. And they're like, oh, he's with us, like it's fine. I don't know. Like, I don't know how little old me was able to do all this other shit, go into all these parties where you need those passes, but yet you couldn't. It's your management. That's how. I don't know. I feel like there's some extra shit she's not talking about because, like I said, little old Josie got to do everything she was trying to do, and I'm little old Josie. I got the little connections. Where the fuck are her connections? Where's her management? Where are her friends?
I walk into the lobby with all of my friends that are featured creators. A giant mob starts to happen. And so I'm just trying to get up to my room. I instantly, like within the next hour, have like an interview that I have to make it to. Everything's fine at this point, and I'm low-key thinking to myself like, wow, I just got mobbed and VidCon didn't do anything. Like maybe they're being a little nicer to me since my face is all over the event. Or maybe they're being a little nicer to me because they just spent the last 6 months telling me they were gonna feature me and then they didn't. Or maybe they're being a little nicer to me because I just sold hundreds of tickets to their event and they're not paying me and they won't even feature me and I just look fucking stupid.
Exactly. You're doing all this for them and you're not getting paid, you're not getting shit for it, you're not even getting a pass. This is the thing. You need to be a boss ass bitch. If you are any fucking person who signs up for this, this, and this, you're supposed to get this, this, and this. That's all I'm saying. So, Tana, management. First of all, you're doing all this shit for VidCon. I have a full-time job. If my job doesn't pay me my paycheck when they're supposed to, and that happens once, I'm gonna fucking talk to some damn body and I'm gonna get my paycheck. It keeps happening every fucking time I'm supposed to get my paycheck. I'm quitting. I'm not gonna just put up with it and be like, oh well, they didn't give me my paycheck for the 4th month in a row, but you're still gonna work for them? You're still gonna put up with this shit? You're gonna work for them. Like you're going to work right down now. You're getting dressed. Yeah, well, I mean, it's my job. Like I'm gonna go. Like yeah, I'm going. Like I didn't get paid for 4 months, but I'm still gonna go to work. Like the fuck? No.
Now I get ready and I have to go do this quick interview and then I'm going to do this giant panel for Escape the Night. I'm maneuvering everywhere with shirts over my head and blankets over my head. Security guards would stop me and say, where's your featured creator badge? And then I would have to sit there with every single security guard and beg and plead, see look, that's me, and like beg them and they would let me through.
She exaggerates. I feel like Tana exaggerates a lot. So I feel like her saying like, oh, I was like begging like to get in. I feel like all she did was like, hey, yo, this is my photo. Like I'm supposed to be here. Like look at the fucking look. I'm on the side of the building. They'd be like, all right, go ahead. If you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, you can get a pass. Like you can get a fucking pass. That's all I'm saying.
So one by one, me, Jordan, Ashley, all of the people on my team, all of my featured creator friends that I'm with, we're trying to walk through VidCon, taking me to every featured creator entrance, trying to finesse the security and tell them, yo, my face is right there. If I walk out that way, I'm gonna get mobbed. Can you please let me in? I'm going to this panel. Here it is. Like, there's my name. I'm on it. Here's my ID. That's me. Please let me in. Like, I'm trying to do what's best for VidCon. I'm trying not to cause a hazard. Please let me in.
That's the thing. If you tell security that, they're fine. They're fucking people. They're not some like mindless drones of VidCon that are like, no, rules, regulations, guidelines, like we have to stick, we have to plan, we have to kill.
The like 6th or 7th one gets finessed and they let us through.
I've gotten into places by finessing like that, and it's not that hard.
Stage, but I go behind the stage to wait. They're like, hey, I'm on this panel, and they say, you're not a featured creator, I'm sorry, you can wait in the audience. And I'm like, if I wait in the audience, that's gonna make everyone at VidCon really angry. And the security people are like, well, there's nothing we can do. I was at the point of complete exhaustion. There's nothing I can do in this moment. And so I walked straight out into the crowd. I will never forget the look on the girls' faces that were sitting there. I just sit down next to them and they're like, what the fuck, Tana? Like, what are you doing here? And 5 minutes go by and that same little pesky man comes into the crowd and he grabs my arm and he pulls me out of the crowd. And I don't know you, and you clearly have a predetermined hate for me, but I just want you to know that I grew up in love with your company. I grew up with the idea of coming here even as a fan. And this could all be so simple if you would just let me become a featured creator. Please make this easy. There is no need to fight right now.
This could have been easily dealt with. I have a feeling when she's saying that she said this shit to the managers or said this to that person or the CEO, I really feel like she didn't. I really feel like she didn't say shit.
The CEO of VidCon looks at me and he goes, I've never seen someone fight so hard for something. I'm gonna do you this. I'm gonna do you this favor one time. He takes me and Ashley, he walks us upstairs to this random hall where the check-in of VidCon is. He walks behind a desk, there's just a bucket of featured creator passes. Imagine fighting so hard for something and there's just a bucket of like 100 of them, first of all. He grabs 2 of them, takes a Sharpie out of his pocket, writes Tana Mojo on one, Ashley Schwan on the other, hands them to me and Ashley, and he says, here, you are VidCon's first ever honorary spur of the moment featured creator. And honestly, you deserve it.
If you told the CEO like, hey, yo, I'm doing all this for you, like, can you give me a pass? Like, I can't get through shit, like, there's gonna be mobs forming, I don't wanna do that, like, Jesus Christ. I feel like they would understand. And obviously they fucking did. This is me, both sides right now. For Tana, this is me on Tana's side. I don't understand why VidCon is signing her up for all this shit, making her do all this stuff, and not giving her some sort of pass. Maybe not a featured creator, because there's other passes she can get. I don't know why she doesn't have one, but she doesn't. And that is kind of fucked up that VidCon is like making her do all these events within VidCon without having a way to safely get there. That is kind of fucked up. Like, I get the animosity. I get that she's angry at VidCon for this stuff, but really, I feel like the anger should go towards her manager, and I feel like she needs to learn that if she's not getting what she needs to be a boss and be like, I'm not gonna do this. Like, it sucks. My fans want me to be there. Don't tweet shit out that you're gonna be somewhere unless you're actually gonna fucking be there. Like, don't do all this shit for this company unless you are guaranteed what you need to get. Okay? So don't be mad at them because you promoted them and you did this and that. You did all this shit for them and they didn't give you nothing. You weren't guaranteed anything. You were promised shit, but did they actually give you shit? No, and you should have learned from the first year, but whatever. I'm not trying to like victim shame you, but victim shame. Now I'm gonna defend VidCon because someone's got to stand up for VidCon. Yeah, they didn't give her a pass. Yeah, the security guards treated her a certain way because of how VidCon was treating her, right? My defense for VidCon is they have so much they have to deal with. They don't have time to worry about little Tana Mojo. They have so much to deal with. It's your manager's job to be like, hey, I need this. This is what Tana needs to get here and there. This is what needs to happen. VidCon has so much to deal with. So much. The hiring, the sponsors, putting all the panels and everything together, making sure everyone gets there on time, setting up like meet and greets. Like, I understand why VidCon reacted the way they did because they probably didn't know Tana was supposed to be there, or they probably didn't know Tana didn't have a pass, or I don't know the logistics, I don't know anything, but I'm just saying, like, if Tana would have just confronted them and be like, hey, like, seriously, I need a pass. Like, I'm trying to get to these events. I don't want this shit to happen. Like, we're good. Like, please give me a pass. I feel like they would have. I feel like they would have done that the first day. And, but I feel like she didn't bring that up. Like, I feel like there's a reason why she didn't get a pass. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I don't know whose side you're on, Tana's or VidCon's. I'm in the middle because I understand both sides. I'm more on VidCon's side. I do what I gotta do to get where I need to get, and it works out for me, so that's why I'm happy with VidCon. And with her, she needs to learn that, hey, you need a pass, get a fucking pass. If you don't have a pass, don't fucking go. That's all I gotta say. So I'm on VidCon's side for this. Tana needs to stop being mad at VidCon for this happening because she should have the first day been like, hey, I don't have a pass, I'm not coming. That's all I gotta say. That's that is the end of the video. That is the end of any argument. She didn't have a pass. Why doesn't she have a pass? That's the missing link. Figure that out. Be mad at that link. Not VidCon. It is not VidCon's fault. They have so much to deal with. If you don't have a pass, fucking get a pass. Somehow get a pass. Somehow make it work. I want to know where you guys stand in the comments. Let me know if you're on Tana's or VidCon side, or if you're like me where you're like understanding of both. But yeah, I'm more on VidCon side because I'm like, hey, like, Tana, that's your management, boo-boo. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, and share it, and show somebody who is a super Tana Mojo fan, because like, I feel like people are tunnel visioned with this and they're just like, Tana Mojo's right, oh my God. Like, no, think about both sides. Once again, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later in next week's video.